All right, folks, let's do this. This is the day after Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals. Wolves are officially eliminated. The Mavericks knocked them out, and they're going to the NBA Finals. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a little bit peppier than you might expect somebody to be whose team just got knocked out, but I'm not too worried about it. I'm honestly in a good mood. I'm happy. Uh, you can call it a loser mentality, call it what you want, but this is our Super Bowl here in Minnesota, okay? I've never been alive from one of my teams to make it even to the championship round, to the Super Bowl, World Series, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Okay, this is the Super Bowl. This is the World Series. This is the NBA Finals, and we won a game there. That's like winning it all to us. Okay, you might think I'm being a little exaggerative here. What if that's even a real word? But let's go through it. Okay, let's go through. I don't because if you think you understand the suffering that a Minnesota sports fan has been through, you don't. You're wrong unless you are from here. Like who's Cleveland? You've won. Okay, you got LeBron. Detroit, the Red Wings. Okay, I don't even care about hockey, but at least you have a championship recently. I know people are gonna say the Lynx, the Lynx. Okay, uh, I'm not trying to diminish the Lynx. Like mad respect to the Lynx, I totally get it. But I just from a personal standpoint, I have just recently begun watching the NBA, WNBA, excuse me, and I wasn't there in real time to enjoy those Lynx championships. All I know is losing, baby. Okay, and if you don't believe me, let's go through it real quick. Twins just won their first playoff game of the last 20 years, like last year. Okay, since I was an infant, practically, I had never seen my baseball team win a playoff game. Even Vikings. Yeah, we made it to the NFC Championship game a couple times. We were even favored there. Isn't that something? And we even had the Minneapolis Miracle one year. Yeah, I know, but despite being favored in all of those NFC Championship games, none of that came to fruition. We actually got humiliated every single time. The only time it was even close was, 2009 against the Saints with the whole Brett Favre getting absolutely brutalized by that defense. And in a turn of events that I can only call shocking, by the way, is that it turns out maybe the Saints defense was right in that whole situation. Everybody was so up in arms about it back in the day, including myself. That how could they do this to such a stand-up guy, Brett Favre? Turns out maybe not such a stand-up guy after all, huh? The whole where the fuck is it? Missouri, Mississippi, whatever, some rural area exploiting the poorest of poor families there for their welfare money so that he can give it to like his daughter's college sports teams or something like that. I don't know. Some weird behaviors from Brett Favre. Maybe he's only acting like that because of how brutalized he got in that game. Who knows? He did take a lot of shots. Uh, Men's hockey, I honestly don't even really know anything about it, but I know that the Wild haven't done shit either. Okay, so moving on from all that, we are the tortured sports fandom. If somebody has a different argument, go ahead and try and let me know. But I doubt you're gonna convince me, honestly. But so the reason I went through all the tortured sports history is just to get the point across that that's specifically why this season has been so great for me and why I'd rather celebrate it than, tear down the Wolves for not looking great in game 5, or the whole series as a whole really, which they definitely didn't, but they looked good the whole rest of the season, the whole rest of the playoffs, the regular season, everything. So I honestly can't be too mad about it. This has been, and I don't mean this lightly when I say it, I'm completely genuine. The single greatest sports season that I have been alive for in my life. And I honestly I'm confident that we're going to be back next year. We're going to be good again. We're bringing back like basically our entire rotation is returning next season. We're still relatively young, so I don't expect us to fall off or anything, but I'm also not expecting for us to pick up where we left off and have an even more amazing season. I'm trying to keep it realistic here, especially as a Minnesota sports fan, kind of pessimistic. Um, like I I'm not expecting them to outdo this season. Really, this is the greatest season I've been alive for, and it might stay that way for a while. And so I'm still just trying to appreciate it in all its glory. Whether or not the ending was what I wanted, that we reached the final outcome of winning a championship. This is good enough. This is the next best thing. I haven't even talked about Denver yet, You know how amazing that was to win in Denver 3 times? Especially, oh my God, I hate some of their players. Michael Porter Jr., the king of the boss transphobe. You have to fight after you beat all the other transphobes. Jamal Murray whining, throwing shit on the court. I still respect Jokic. Their coach is annoying. I don't know. It was awesome that we got to take care of them. Are you kidding me? I wouldn't trade it for the world.